Hey, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. And it's game day, y'all. And playing the Cincinnati Bengals. First home game of this preseason so far. And things I'm looking for. So, you look at these roster spots. A lot of positions seem somewhat solidified. Now, we know that, start from the head, you know, Dak Prescott is the starting quarterback. He's most likely going to play a couple of series, maybe a quarter. I don't know. They might actually play him a whole quarter. We'll see. He looked good in the last game. He was sharp on that touchdown pass to Michael Gallup on that right side. He's showing you guys that, hey, I can throw the ball deep. So he's working on that and improving his accuracy on that deep ball, which is a good thing. I love to see that. A running back, we already know Ezekiel Elliott has his spot. Got Rod Smith. And I think for that third spot, we could go with Bo Scarborough. I also like what I see with Darius Jackson. He's been running hard and doing his thing too. So only time will tell with that. And, of course, Jameis Olawale is our fullback. This offensive line, you already know the starting five, including our second round draft pick, Connor Williams. And then we have Joe Looney and Cam Fleming. Those look like they're going to be the backups right now. So who's going to get that last spot now that Marcus Martin is on IR for the year for his torn toe ligament? Could it be Kadeem Edwards or somebody outside his organization? Who knows? We don't know. Linebackers position, I think that they might only keep 6 of those guys. So if you look at it like this, you got Sean Lee, you got Vander Esch, you got Jalen, Joe Thomas, Damian Wilson. Wait, did I say that? Let me start over. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. So you got Sean Lee, Jalen Smith, Leighton Vander Esch. That's your top 3 right there. So Damian Wilson, that's 4. Joe Thomas, that's 5. And your 6 can be Justin March-Lillard. Now, I think that the draft pick Covington, since he's been injured and been dealing with some things, I think that actually might put him on a practice squad, which actually might be good for him because teams don't know what he can do. Nobody's going to really poach him. He can sit there on scout team and he can learn off his rookie year and try again next year to crack that roster. That's what I think they'll do. That's what I would do. You look at what we got at receiver. See, receiver is going to be really tough. Are they going to keep 6? Are they going to keep 7? What are they going to do? If they keep 7, you're going to have somebody inactive every week. So, maybe even 6 you might have. But you look at what this coaching staff wants, and it gets kind of leery because your offensive, your special teams coordinator wants his core guys, which is a lot of these linebackers are going to be on special teams outside of Sean Lee, of course. But you look at what we have with this wide receiver core. You know that Terrence Williams, Cole Beasley, Tavon Austin, Michael Gallup already have spots. That's 4. So if that's the case, because you know Tavon's going to make the team because how much praise they get him, they're not going to cut him. So that's 4 spots right there. If you keep 6 guys, that's only 2 more spots. So who else you going to get? Is it going to be a Deontay Thompson? You look at Deontay Thompson. Deontay Thompson is a speedster. You want that speed on your team, and you want him for kickoff returns. That's what they want him for a special team. So then that's 5 right there. So who's the next man? Is it Lance Lenoir? Is it Noah Brown? You're gonna go with Noah Brown because he's been on the team. He's been on the special teams last year. I don't know. I want to see Lance Lenoir make this team. I think Lance Lenoir, he's been showing up and he's been catching the balls and he's been showing them, hey, look at me, y'all. Like, don't count me out. So that wide receiver core is going to be a little funny, but I think that it's 4 spots already held up on that one. So that's going to be, it's going to be crazy for these guys. I think that KD Cannon, he's definitely going to be the odd man out. And Mikael McKay, even though I like the way he's grabbing the ball, but I look at McKay to be a practice squad guy. I think that maybe next year he come out and be even better. This safety position is so up and down because You got the guys coming out with soft tissue injuries, and you just don't know what's going on with that. I think that once this is all said and done, we're going to have a guy from outside the organization come in as safety, maybe a veteran. We don't know who that is. Somebody that got cut off of another team that's really good. You never know. Same thing with the cornerback position. I'm looking at Travarius Ward. He might actually mess around and get one of these cornerback spots. Olumba, or whatever his name is, the one they call Richard Sherman, number 32 with the dreads. Now, I look at him, and I'm like, that's a big, lumbering, tall guy. If he shows something, who knows what'll happen. But that secondary is definitely to be tweaked and worked out. You look at this defensive line, and I'm looking at these ends right now, and Coney Ealy and Charles Tapper look like the guys that may be on that bubble. But if they keep fighting for position, is only one spot that's left for them. And one of them is going to get it, whether it's Coney Ealy or Charles Tapper. But, again, Charles Tapper got to show that he's not going to be injury-prone. And Coney Ealy just got to show up in general, because he hasn't been playing like the Cowboys want him to, because the Cowboys really wanted Coney Ealy. They wanted him for a long time. They finally got him, and it just seems like he hasn't been fitting the bill and doing the things that he needs to do to make this roster. So I think with that, for the end spot, that is. And when you go inside, it looks like Dayton Jones and Jihad Ward is fighting for that spot. Again, you don't know what's going to happen with David Irvin as far as when he comes back or where they're going to put him at. But I'm loving what I'm seeing with Randy Gregory already. I think that Randy Gregory is going to play tonight. I'm looking forward to seeing that. So if Randy Gregory plays, then that's going to be awesome, because I want to see what he could do. But if I were them, I wouldn't play Randy Gregory until the second half of the game. Late third, put him in the game. Late third, maybe 3 or 4 minutes left in the third, and let him play the whole fourth quarter just to get his legs back under him and get some confidence out there. Because again, you ain't played football in what, a season and a half, 2 seasons. So I mean, you got to get out there and get comfortable. It has to come back to you. It's got to feel good. It's one thing to feel good in practice, but it's a whole nother thing to feel good in the game, because practice ain't a game. You know what I mean? But you practice like it's a game, but it's still not the same thing. It's not the same environment. It's not the same atmosphere. So I look at it like that. Now, overall, I'm just looking at these bubble guys, and I'm trying to see who's going to make this team. I'm trying to see who's going to fill out the depth of this team, which is what we need right now. That's what I'm looking at. So let me know what you guys think. Hopefully, I didn't look at the roster for today, but hopefully they got Jordan Lewis out there starting and playing, because I want to see him crack the starting lineup. So with that being said, y'all, it's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Talk to y'all after the game.